I wasn't keen on Gusto, and I assumed James would be back, but I feel like James may not be back this week.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to bench Gusto anyway, like I can just roll it, play Estepinian, and have 2 free transfers next week to deal with Gusto and Kabore, and because I need a little bit of bench cover.
Moamba, yeah. Have you thought any what time to wildcard yet, or are you just? I mean, not that your team really needs it.
9/10. Yeah, just for that sort of fixture turn. I think it's Liverpool's fixtures are really good there. I think Spurs are good there.
Yeah, they are.
So I haven't fully looked into it that much, but there's a few swings.
Cool. All right. Well, should we jump on and talk about what you probably haven't seen? I'll read it all out. So this is where I am at the moment. I'll read through it. So it's dirt cheap at the back. We've got Areola and Turner. Like you say, I'm not convinced that Turner's going to keep his position, but
he shouldn't do. Like Benfica's starting keeper for the last 3-4 seasons, played in the Champions League and everything. Like he should be well ahead of Turner.
Yeah. I just think, well, at the moment, like I said, trying to fit in all the players, I just think Areola looks like first choice, and in previous seasons I've stuck with one goalkeeper, I had bench fodder, so it's dirt cheap. So at the back, Chilwell, Udogie, Cash, at the moment Botman and Bell. I'll talk about Botman in a minute because he's got that flag. Midfield, Saka, Mbeumo, Rashford, Maddison, Salah, and then up front, Haaland, Morris, and Archer. So I've actually made 8 changes from my team. So I think it's been worth doing, mainly to sort out my defence, which was the main thing because I had 3 non-playing players, and Archer in has just tidied up that move. And to be honest, when I was looking at the options, I don't think there's too many different players who I'd get in on the game week 8 or 9 wildcard, because people are obviously looking towards Salah, and I think his fixtures are quite good from now, really. And I know he's expensive, and we talked about this loads at the start of the season, but how he's just sort of ticked along whilst he's not exploded yet. I think in any of those games we've talked about how close he is to hauling. Like in the Chelsea game, he's hitting crossbars, and other teammates are missing chances. I don't know. There's something like this. The safety blanket of having Salah is nice again.
I feel like you should probably captain him this week,
I'm really considering it. Yeah, I think the Wolves are not playing well at the moment, and it could be. It's such an annoyance that it's the first game of the weekend. If he blanks in the first game of the weekend, it's such a and then Haaland's still going to play. It'd be awful. So, but I have been considering it. So, I think the main. I'll talk about the main things of the wild card. Obviously, I think as soon as you have Salah in your team, the rest of it suffers. But I'm quite happy with Morris. For quite a long time, I've had the main 2 players who I can swap out easily are Botman and Rashford. So for quite a long time, that has just been I've kept a Estupiñán, and I've had Bruno because I can afford that. I just think probably if I was going to compare those 2, I'd probably do prefer keeping Estupiñán and Bruno.
Yeah, I think that's probably wise. Estepinian looks so good attacking wise, and Udogie, as we've talked about, does rotate with him really well. So I think it's probably better.
And I think and the more I like the idea of Rashford's explosiveness, but I just don't like how much money he is this season for what he's given so far. I had a couple of drafts where I've just not had any United cover and had Diaby in there, and it's just meant I could have Alvarez up front. So I'm not sold to. I'm not really tied to keeping a United player, even despite their good fixtures, because I just don't think they're worth it yet. So no, more than likely this will probably go back to having Estupiñán and Bruno, and I think that gives me quite a nice team. It's giving me 4 or 5 penalty takers in the side, and the money isn't too spread around, if that makes sense. So it's easy to get. I think the main worry is that Morris isn't that good, but for 5.5 million, like we've talked about, he's a small investment when not many other strikers are doing much better at the moment.
You'd play Morris this week, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think I'd play. I had a look at forward planning, and I think I pretty much play Morris every game week until game week 8.
Archer looked good last week though. He could easily score against Spurs, possibly.
And I think he's underpriced there. So I don't mind having those 2 as rotatable options and just sticking with the 3-5-2. And I think Estupiñán, I've basically tried to make sure I've got vaguely attacking wing backs in Chilwell, what will be Estupiñán, Cash, Udogie, and then Bell is just like the banker 4 million who's going to start most games.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you think? Because I haven't spent
looks good to me.
2 weeks looking at it.
Yeah, just the Botman, who obviously you said you're probably going to change anyway.
Yeah.
And then Turner is possibly going to lose his pace, but yeah, I guess how much in the bank have you got in this one?
In this one, it's like 0.1. So I think with Estupiñán back and Bruno in, I have like maybe 0.1. So no wiggle room.
It worry if Archer and Morris start to do nothing at all.
Yeah.
And you've got maybe one playing. I guess you could play 4-5-1 some weeks as well if you wanted. Because if you've got Estupiñán in there, could work. Well, I think Cash has been playing left wing as well, hasn't he? So I don't know if that could continue, but he has been playing left wing. So you've got another OOP player there.
I think just looking at the team, I just feel like if I need to make any sacrifices, I'd rather sacrifice Rashford from that like midline of players. I just think his price compared to everyone else is too high. Like I don't know. I'm just more convinced. And I know we talked about how good Rashford was last season compared to Salah, but I think what I've missed is just Salah's consistency. And for the extra money, it's probably worth having, even if I'm not going to captain him every week. Yeah, I'm pretty jealous of owning Salah right now. So, like, I don't see anything like to like. I know he hasn't been ripping up like trees this season in double digits, but it'll come because it always does. Yeah, it's
kind of amazing that like. Obviously, there is the Sheffield United home game, and you aren't going Son on the wildcard, which is everybody seems to be clamoring for. Yeah. But as you've said, like it's just a wait and see of if he's going to stay there. I suppose. Yeah. You could probably, if you have that bit of money, if you
I could probably
get Son in instead there.
I was going to say I could probably do Son for this game week and then move to Bruno after this game week, which could be an option.
That makes total sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It probably does. I just I
don't have Estupiñán.
Yeah, but then I don't know if I'm going to get any other injuries. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit too cautious about it, but I don't know. The one I definitely want to have is Salah. I think before everyone's talking about having him on a game week 8 wildcard, I feel like fixtures against Wolves, West Ham, Tottenham, and Brighton are good for him. And to be honest, any fixtures in the past has been good for him. So. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if by come game week 8 he is like the top scoring midfielder. So, yeah.
Yeah, I may end up just getting jealous and then wildcard before game week 9/10. So yeah, we'll see.
We'll see how that goes. Cool. All right. Any more to chit chat about?
No, I think we're good.